Hey guys, do you suck at shooting? I suck at shooting. Do you want to be brave and get better at shooting? We got a little thing for you. It's something you may never heard of. It's called... It's called...
Yeah, nobody's ever heard of that. Nobody.
It's called drills.
What's drills?
We're talking about drills today. All right, so the real reason you guys do drills is you want to get better at shooting and you have no idea how. You look online and Mike Glover tells you one thing and Dragonfly Man tells you another thing. You have no idea what to do. So you just go and print off those little 8.5 by 11s. You take them to the indoor shooting range. That's a drill. We're here to expand your reality.
Wow.
We're going to teach you some different drills where you can go bang, bang, and move around at the same time or other stuff.
Don't.
Yeah. No, but for real, this episode is Gun Thoughts Reviews Drills.
Mm-hmm. We review training.
Yeah.
So you don't have to train.
Here's a
Because we
hint.
did it for you. We selected 4 drills because it took way longer than we thought it would. And those drills were the ORT. Which,
Operator Readiness Test
thank you. That's what it stands for.
from Redback 1.
Is it?
Yep.
That
That-
seems
that
kind of
seems
like
racist.
I feel like you can't say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The second drill was the X-Ray Alpha CQB Warm-up. And then we also did the Bear Standards. The T-Rex Arms Scrambler drill was also the 4th drill that we did. We got to the range, it was a really cold and windy day, and we only had time for each of us to do each drill 1 time only.
Cold.
Cold, and literally cold,
And figuratively.
and figuratively cold in the sense that, like, there was time in between doing the drills.
Operator Readiness Test is a scientific thing that you have to wear full gear and kit or whatever.
It's full assault.
It takes 24 rounds.
Something.
The course of fire is you fire 10 rounds into the head box at like 5 yards or 10 yards or whatever it is, and then
It was 7, I think, that we
you
did
go
it.
dry with the rifle, and at that point you have to switch to your secondary.
You gotta switch to your sidearm. Because, as we all know, switching to your sidearm is faster than reloading.
Yeah.
At all times, every single time.
Call of
always.
Duty.
And you put 10 rounds into the perpetrator at whatever range
The suspect.
it is again. And then you reload your pistol at 2 rounds again.
Shoot him again.
You reholster your pistol.
Slam the pistol into the
Slam.
holster as hard as you can.
Make sure your
Yes.
t-shirt's caught in the trigger guard and you slam it in the holster. And then you go back to the rifle, reload the rifle, 2 more rounds back into the head.
Shoot him again.
Stand by. Threat! Woo! Oh my god, I'm so tactical right now. If you're finished, stay hot because this is tactics and you never unload your gun.
Am I ready?
Yeah, 12 seconds. To 12 seconds.
Is that good?
The par is 20.
I'm on Delta. Get losers.
There's a delta. There's a delta.
All right, go ahead.
So I only had. I guess I had 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So you kind of got it.
I won.
Nice. Now what?
Do they like come pick me up to put me on the seals, or how does that work?
Yeah, you'll
Is the operator ready?
see after this test.
Stand by.
Ooh.
I failed.
Fail. 21? I'm pissed now.
As you can see, this person is
Dead.
dead. I was very slow though, so I am not ready. This is unacceptable shooting.
Shitty operator, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Operator error.
That boy's ready.
A little less ready.
Yeah, I didn't aim high
But that's also just his not his rifle.
I should have aimed it up here, but I aimed it here.
So it looks like none of us are ready to operate.
Except me.
Oh, right, because you're pelvic.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
12. So I learned I'm not very good at following directions.
Are you ready to operate?
I don't really want to, but like if there was an emergency surgery and I had to, I think I could.
Oh, yeah, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
What did you learn from that drill?
Now that you watched all of us sort of fail our way through the operator readiness test, clearly we were not ready. We're going to talk a little bit about like, what did we learn from it, and is it worth your time at the range to do the operator readiness test? So,
No.
What did you learn?
yeah, what did you learn from
your
the
ORT
operator?
run?
Yeah, what was that like?
I learned almost nothing from my ORT run. I did fantastic. I crushed the absolute living crap out of that drill. People are going to use that video footage for years to come to remember how to do this drill. And the only thing that messed up is my bolt didn't lock all the way back because my bolt carrier group is dying slowly. Mike
Are you sure it didn't just like smash into your body? And
It could have, yeah. But
No, blame the gear.
yeah, my gear. I just need to buy.
well,
this
isn't
gun.
the point of the drill to shake out your gear? Isn't that what they say?
Yeah, shake it out.
Yeah, I need new gear for free,
He needs
please,
new
Mike
gear.
Mikolinski.
So, what did you learn from doing the operator readiness test?
I learned that I don't ever start from
Facing up
range and then turn around.
yeah.
So that sight picture was kind of slow to get. And then I definitely could have split faster at that 7-yard target, but that was just a very weird kind of balance of speed and accuracy that I just didn't choose the right thing. I chose accuracy over speed.
Bro, relax. So for me, doing the operator readiness test drill, I decided to borrow a rifle because all of my rifles are in like a sort of not zeroed state at the moment.
Yeah, for 7 yards.
Yeah. So I was shooting his gun, and it was nice. Like, wow, you have a lot of dandruff, buddy.
Same.
Anyway, so yeah, shooting his gun was cool. The Geisley upper, Super Duty, still pretty cool. Still shoots pretty good. What I learned is that I don't understand offsets at all. So I didn't aim high enough with the rifle. And then I also learned that, maybe you should check your gear before you start because like I didn't chamber around in my pistol. But, I still made the par time because the par time was
It's very slow.
generous. I mean, you didn't make the par time, so you don't get
I made the
to tell
part
me.
time.
Okay, sorry.
Neither of you guys made the par
I
time.
made the part time.
I made the par time while racking around in my
The screen
pistol.
is lying right now. I made the part time.
So we're going to break these drills down into 3 simple categories for you, and those are
Entertainment.
Convenience.
and training value. So let's do entertainment first. Entertainment out of 10.
So entertainment is probably 9 out of 10 for this drill. It looks super cool. You're shooting a ton. You're touching guns and moving stuff around. This is why you always see
Oh,
on
and they want you
Instagram.
to wear like a lot of kit. Entertainment out of 10.
9.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a 9 as well. I think that the operator readiness test was it was pretty fun to do. I liked it. I would do it again.
You could literally do an ORT at trash, and it would literally just be mag dumping at trash
That would have made it a 10.
with the rifle to pistol transition.
Yeah, that would
If I didn't have to aim, it would be a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So what was the second category? Remind us.
It is convenience.
So convenience out of 10 for the operator readiness test. You need 7 yards. You need an upper target to aim at, a lower target to aim at. We used the head box of the USPSA target and the A zone. So that's not a super uncommon thing to have.
You do
One
need
target.
somewhere that allows you to shoot rifle and then
transition to pistol.
transition to pistol.
So that might be difficult if you are
An indoor
range
boy, an
kind
indoor
of guy.
cat.
Convenience out of 10.
6.
I'd have to say like a 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 7 also. That one was pretty easy to set up, pretty easy to do. He's a
He's a
So our last category is learning value. What
Learning
did we
value
learn from
out
this
of
drill?
10.
How did these 24 rounds make us better or not? What about you? What do you think?
The par time is like, it's not very fast. It's pretty easy. And the shooting's all at 7 yards. So like in terms of shooting learning out of 10, not a lot. And then just training value out of 10, maybe like a 3. Oh, I will say that, learning about the rifle offset was useful.
So for me, it was just the turning around and getting that sight picture. I don't know how relevant that is, but
What if
it's
you get like surprised from
that's a
behind?
good point. And I'm just happening to be facing away. And I'm-
At high rate. Yeah.
So you're like at 7-Eleven checking out, and then you hear
Right.
a disturbance behind you. And
Right, yeah.
You just got to turn around and burn
Yeah,
someone
okay.
down with your rifle very
Right,
slowly.
yeah. And then the second thing was definitely realizing that I probably could have split faster with the rifle at that distance. But
So there was training value.
yeah, so 4.55 out
Okay.
of 10 for me.
What about you?
I'm gonna give this a 1 out of 10 for training value. I think the majority of the
Controversial.
training value for this comes from manipulating the weapon, and you can do all of that in dry fire. Every time you do this drill, you're spending about $10 worth of ammo. So
More.
you can do this literally a million times in dry fire and get good at it. And all you need to do is learn the recoil control, and you can do that with different drills that are not this.
I have to pee.
Sorry.
Drill number 2, X-ray Alpha CQB Warm-up. Everybody loves CQB and everybody loves getting warmed up. So we did this one next.
All right, this dude is a tier 1 operator. He was on Delta,
What's that
and
mean?
he's also he's the top tier for military shooting and air operating or whatever the fuck. I don't care.
Okay.
Don't correct me. Number 2, he's also a grandmaster in USPSA. So people from both worlds respect this man. The tactical people that LARP in their backyard with camo and would never go to a match respect this man. The people who shoot USPSA respect this man.
And
So
he does funny live podcasts on Instagram.
yes, he bullies people on Instagram, which is our favorite
Those are
thing
fun
that
to
he
watch.
does. Yes,
Please don't invite us on. Please don't.
invite him on.
We're not going to explain what the drill is. We're just going to roll the tape and then we're going to talk about it. So we'll see you guys in a second.
Are you ready? Stand by.
What's the par on that?
Fuck. Are you ready? Stand by. Are you ready?
I had like 4 Charlies though.
Stand by. 2:37. Are you ready? Stand by.
Is it sleeper?
398. 5 seconds.
Yeah, he definitely hit that target right there.
Are you ready? Stand by.
What was his time?
693. Are you ready? Stand by.
Oh, he's like
What was the part?
what was the time?
9:05.
Are you ready? Stand by. Are you ready? Stand by.
Ding, 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 you're done. There's holes in that one. And there's also holes in that one. So I think you hit sometimes.
Oh, he's taking this thing off. He's not a real operator.
I think I could shoot more aggressively if I was used to your rifle. That's okay though. I'm ready.
Okay, I'm used to my rifle and I can't shoot the rest of it. So.
That's a little bit better.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Four deltas.
We're here. What did we learn from the CQB warm-up? Personally, what I learned is I suck at movement, and I have never shot rifle at between 20 and 100 yards. So that's what I need to work on.
Wow.
Okay, yeah.
Very concise.
Well, not on paper, you mean?
Not on paper, yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly in the dirt.
The way I mount the rifle definitely needs a little bit more work. I was slow on my first shots, and I distinctly remember my sight picture not being exactly what I wanted it to be, or at least easily adjustable when I mounted the gun. In addition to that, I think that there definitely needs to be a little bit of cleanup work to be done on my movement. I hesitate as I enter just a little bit with
Like coming in and then standing up
Yep,
tall.
exactly. Yeah.
So what I learned from this is, you know, I don't really ever dry fire rifle, and I only really ever shoot rifle when we're filming these videos. And I learned that that was almost good enough. I almost made all the par times. I think I would have only missed the first one and the second running one if my holster hadn't snagged a bunch. Oh, which leads me to my second point. Really cheap USPSA Gamer Glock holster. When you go prone on it without a gun in it, it crushes and then it doesn't draw good after that. So yeah.
So don't take your USPSA rig to Ukraine.
Right.
Well, no, to CQB.
To CQ, well, you could go prone in it if the gun was in it, but I didn't want to mess up my SRO,
true,
you know?
True.
Yeah.
True, obviously.
Yeah.
Obvious.
The operator readiness test is all about shaking down your gear. But honestly, I think that if you have the space, the X-Ray Alpha CQB warm-up does that and just so much more. And I think that, like, if you're gonna do the ORT and you can do the X-Ray Alpha instead, just do that.
ORT is out, X-ray alpha in.
Boom, entertainment value.
Entertainment value. I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10 for entertainment value. It is super entertaining, super fun to do, especially with your friends. It's a bunch of different stations basically.
Yeah.
And a bunch of different par times, and everything's different. Every round is different. You don't know what's you can't memorize it. You don't know what's coming next. Woo!
It's literally impossible.
There's literally no way to know what's
There's
gonna happen
no way
next.
to know what's happening next.
For me, it's a 7 out of 10.
Bro.
If you
on
your
the
feelings are
podcast.
if your feelings are very easily hurt, then these aggressive par times and your lack of ability might coincide and collide, if you will.
So what you're saying is it was less entertaining to you because you didn't like when you didn't win.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, fair.
I feel that. I feel
Yeah.
You take your toys home and go home.
yeah.
Entertainment value for me was a 9 out of 10. I thought it was really fun. I thought that there was a lot to learn. I enjoy shooting with like these hard par times, doing hard stuff like that because I don't know, it's kind of fun and interesting.
He likes it hard.
Yeah. M-class shooter here.
Next ranking is convenience.
Convenience.
How easy is this drill for you to do at your local indoor range? I'm going to give this drill a 2 out of 10 in terms of convenience for a couple different reasons. One, the par
went
times.
up.
You have to stop.
down.
You have to stop the shooters.
Did he?
Shut. Yeah. What did I say? 2 out of 10.
Just now? Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
All right, negative 2 out of 10.
What? He's really trying to go on the podcast.
You have to set a bunch of different par times. You have to have a bunch of different distances, and you have to staple up 2 whole targets. Mm-hmm. So you guys can't even get out of bed in the morning. So imagine doing all that shit.
You can't even drive fire.
Yeah, you don't even have shot timers. What are you gonna do?
Convenience out of 10?
4.
4?
4 out of 10. It requires a 1 really long shooting lane. If you have access to anything other than a flat berm, it's probably not quite as doable. Yeah.
Yeah, convenience for me, 3 out of 10. You know, at face value, it's like, oh, there's only 2 targets I need to staple up. But again, you need all that space. And this one, I'm going to say, this one is better together. So I would say that a requirement is having a friend.
Yeah.
And I know that that's really hard for a lot of you guys and kind of just disqualifies a lot of you guys from this. But having a friend on this one is really nice because they can like hold the paper that says what to do next on it because there's a lot of things to do.
And then hold you.
And they can hold the timer, and even better, they could maybe like film you on your phone, which is actually extremely helpful because you can watch that back
And then
be like,
post it on Instagram.
oh wow, like I didn't run as fast as I could have, but it felt like I was running fast at
Why'd
the
you point
time.
at me?
No reason.
Learning value out of 10 for me is probably going to be I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I think a lot of the transition stuff you can do in dry fire, which is the only reason I docked it. Everything else is not a lot of people do middle distance rifle at speed. Not a lot of people do those like standing to prone transitions at speed. So I think that was cool.
I think it has a very high learning value, probably 9 out of 10. It has super aggressive par times, shooting that people often ignore. Most people, have been taking rifles, shooting steel at 200 or paper inside of 10. And that kind of middle ground is definitely, especially aggressive middle ground, is definitely kind of ignored. And it'll show you very much so where you're deficient.
Learning value out of 10 for me, I'm going to say it was a 9. I personally did learn a lot. I learned a lot about things that I could fix in my rifle shooting. Will I fix them? Remains to be seen, but I found the strict par times to be pretty enjoyable, and it was cool to see, where the speed stacked up. So yeah.
Bear standards.
Bear standards. So what is Bear standards? It is one of those print and shoot drills, and just watch it, see what it looked like, and then we'll talk about it.
Are you ready? Stand by.
So that's a fail.
Oopsie. Oopsie. Oopsie.
You still missed, dude. You sort of walked it in at the end.
Are you ready? Stand by. So I just flubbed that entirely, but it looks like I did good.
Did you ride the slide stop or something?
Oh no.
10 seconds, so he failed time.
Yeah, but also when I did.
But you made the hits
No. 1, 2, 3, 4. I missed
completely.
completely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what happened, but one of these rounds is wrong, and one of these rounds was supposed to go into here.
So
So you're welcome, everyone.
what would Bear Solutions do?
Probably murder me in my sleep.
Would he,
Actually, he wouldn't have to do it in my sleep because I'm so bad. He would just do it during the daytime when I'm really
standards, print and shoot drill. At face value, it's like, what am I going to learn by shooting a piece of printer paper? There are things to learn by shooting a piece of printer paper. I think that this one is pretty useful for newer shooters. Like, you have an opportunity, you can do this one at an indoor range. You get an opportunity to like practice very small target transitions, and you get to work on speed because some of the boxes are a little bit bigger, and you get to work on precision because the little circle with the bear in it is pretty small. Bear standards? Here's the talking clacker.
You have it. It's in your hands.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
It is in your hands. You did pick it up.
When I first started
Nice.
shooting I shot a lot at indoor ranges, and I definitely shot this a lot.
Wait, so you've done this
Yeah,
before?
yeah.
And you still failed.
I'm a
Bro,
I'm a
I thought
veteran.
we were doing drills that we had never done before.
Oh. I've never done this drill before. I think that it's a good drill to do if you only have access to an indoor range.
Yep.
It definitely kind of ties into aspects of handgun shooting that I think a lot of people struggle with, which is shooting at speed, especially figuring out what acceptable looks like, and then kind of narrowing it down and being accurate. It's good because you can print it off and tape it to the target and send it off to 7 yards on your indoor range.
You know, on the flip side of that, I think that part of the problem, though, is that there's the temptation that it's like, oh, I'm just going to print 10 of these and I'm going to just shoot this drill 10 times at the range. Whereas, like, what you should do is you shoot the drill one time, you see what you failed at, and then rather than just practicing that drill, you apply that to the rest of your practice. Like, oh, maybe I struggled getting all the shots into the thing, so now I'm going to practice shooting like doubles at however far you were doing it, 7 yards, and trying to clean those groups up while shooting fast and accurate. So as a diagnostic tool, I think that it could be useful, but if you're just going to print a bunch of these and just shoot it over and over again, you're basically just memorizing how to do the drill, and that is not as useful.
100%.
I agree.
100%. Yeah, so the only thing I have to say is when I would go to the indoor range, when I first started getting back into shooting, is when I saw people shooting like 8.5 by 11 targets, I would just put random bullet holes in the target to with them. So that was the highlight of my range day. I think this drill is stupid, honestly. I think printer paper targets are stupid. If you are at the level where you need to shoot these to get better, I think there's a lot different ways you can improve a lot faster using less ammo.
What would be an
Then-
example?
USPSA.
That uses more ammo.
Yeah, 150 rounds to do a USPSA state or USPSA match.
Yeah. Is way more than like
Then
12 rounds.
10 freaking Bear standards targets.
Oh,
or
if you're
30
gonna do
rounds?
the Bear standards,
Yeah.
yeah, 10
Yeah.
times in a row, you should not do that, and you should like
You
find
should-
a local match and go to that. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's also like, I find that a lot of people that shoot those targets just have no idea like where to go to improve, what to do to improve.
Yeah.
And a lot of the resources you go to are YouTube. That's why you're watching this video. You're you have no idea what to do to get better.
It's true.
Just
You're so stupid.
go find people that are good at shooting and learn from them.
Entertainment value out of 10 Bear standards.
1, it's super boring. It's printer paper. Honestly, just put, I don't know, shoot dirt at that point.
Bear standards entertainment value out of 10.
10 because
What the fuck?
Sorry, I meant 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 is what I meant.
Nope, no takebacks.
No takebacks. Okay, 10 out of 10. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you do really good, if
Yeah.
1 out of all 10 of your runs is good, you can post it on Instagram.
Ooh, that
and
is
people
entertaining.
will think that you are cool and good.
Yep. This one was like a 2 for me personally. I did not have the most fun, but you know, I can see how people could use this.
Convenience, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Printers suck. They're unreliable. I mean,
He
what are
is
you gonna do?
literally
Oh my
only
God,
saying this
dude.
because this man is incapable of printing labels for shipping.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, what do you do? Go to the local library and print these off? No chance, dude. Just get a Sharpie at that point and draw them on something.
That's true. You literally could make this one with a marker. And
Yeah.
And it would be just as effective.
All right, never mind. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. So convenience value out of 10. Convenience out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Convenience out of 10. This one is absolutely a 10 out of 10. All you have to do is bare minimum be able to draw boxes on a piece of paper. Even better if you have a printer and you can print one out, and then you just have to go to the indoor range, tape it up, send the target, bang, 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 bang. Good. So Learning value, training value out of 10, Bear standards.
I'm gonna give learning value
Just for you.
for me.
Yeah.
They give you the option of 3, 5, and 7 yards. We did 7 yards.
We all did
and
7, yeah.
Because we're hard.
I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 10. I learned absolutely jack shit from it. I don't respect this drill at all. I went into it. I didn't give a what we did. It's just okay. Shoot the boxes. Transition to a tiny little circle. Who cares, dude? It's stupid. I hate it. That's all I got.
All right. Learning value out of 10.
I think that the learning value out of 10 is actually on a...
For you.
It's graded on a curve, even for me.
Okay.
For me, it's still graded on a curve. When
It's graded on a curve.
when it's graded on a curve. When you are first learning how to shoot a handgun and you are getting to a point where you are hitting the general area that you want to,
Right.
and you're kind of trying to figure out how to go faster,
Yeah.
and then I think it's a good drill that you can do to measure yourself, not
It's like a benchmark.
to get it's not something that you should do to get better, but it is something that you can do to test how good you are.
It isn't the training. It is the thing that you do.
Yes,
to test
it's
your
the
training.
test,
Yeah.
not the homework.
Learning value out of 10. For me personally, I didn't take it very seriously. That was my fault. I probably could have learned more from it if I had. Guys, it's important to always keep an open mind when you're trying to learn stuff. I did not do that. I failed, so I learned something right there. Boom. Learning value out of 10, 2. Also, offsets. How do they work? I don't understand it. Why do the bullets go below where the red dot is? Learning value out of 10, still 2.
Why did the bullet not go where the dot is?
Why is he leaving us on red though?
Lucas, we
Yeah.
DM'd you asking you what a good score on the Scrambler drill was. We
We're
saw
literally trying to. You once posted that you wish YouTubers shot more to get better at shooting, and when we ask you
Yeah, so
what a good part time is, you didn't respond.
right,
Dude, he's
so,
too busy being a
you
trad
know,
king.
Anyhow, the T-Rex arm Scrambler drill, you got 3 targets and like some positions on the ground, and then you just like
It's an X.
you do a lot of stuff. So
It's a Z.
let's watch it, and
It's
then
an
we'll
X.
talk about it. We're gonna watch it now,
It's an hourglass.
bro. We're gonna watch it now.
Oh, okay.
You know what it is? Watch this.
You didn't need to reload, did you?
Are you ready? Stand by.
Dead in the streets. Yeah, you didn't really get there, buddy. You didn't get there. What happened? Very good. What was it?
13.
Now that we watched the scrambler
balls.
drill and we saw that, like,
His balls.
you know, I did a really, really good job at that one because, you know, it's really...
You beat that one guy who posted on YouTube.
Yeah, I beat, like, all the... I didn't see a better run on YouTube, so I think it was maybe decent.
But,
It was
but
don't underestimate yourself. It was the high hit factor.
no one will tell us what a good...
Nobody can do better, especially because we didn't watch the T-Rex arms video because it was 13
long.
minutes long.
It was
I don't
really
think he
long.
even does it in it.
Yeah, it felt like he wasn't going to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we stopped watching after 30 seconds. We have the high hit factor. If you can beat him on the scrambler, then
Lucas will send you a free holster.
yeah.
The scrambler drill was pretty cool, honestly. You know, you're shooting, you're moving around and shooting. You can choose to do it with a pistol or a rifle. You can do whatever you want.
I thought that you had to shoot the target in between the positions, and then I watched the video afterwards, and
No, you can cheese it if
He
you want
literally
to,
says
yeah.
that you can take it in or out of positions. So that's on me. That's my mistake.
Well, I did it that way also. I think it was more fun that way.
Yeah, it was nice to see like if you could still get your hits on while you were moving intra-target, intra-position, if you will.
Yeah, I think the scrambler is like a little way too overdone. I think you can do this exact same thing with like two 2x4s or two stakes or something, and just moving in between or diagonally between those, and you isolate those skills and work on those skills. As a diagnostic, it's okay. It's kind of cool. I think it's hard for some people to string together really good runs. So as a diagnostic, it's mediocre, maybe.
I would set this one up as practice. I thought that it was pretty interesting. I liked that there's shooting from both 10 meters and also 20 meters. It has potential to be more than just a diagnostic. This one is one that you could set up and shoot it in different ways as practice to work on specific skills that you want to improve. Entertainment value out of 10 for the T-Rex arm scrambler, go.
Entertainment value, honestly, 8 out of 10, I would say.
It was pretty fun.
The only boring thing about it is it's a little bit long in between positions, and if you do it like the gamer way, you're shooting into and out of position. So
Well, you didn't run very fast again.
that's a good point. You know what? 9 out of 10. Good job.
Oh, wow, okay. Damn.
Entertainment. 8 out of 10. I would imagine that it would be 7 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for someone who has never shot a match before.
Okay.
Because they are finally given a setup that they can like a stage that they can set up, and for the first time in their life kind of shoot like a course of fire where they are prescribed to move from one position to the next. I think that if I remember back to the first time when I did that, that's kind of a cool milestone when you are
It's mind-blowing.
learning how to shoot. You're like, well, I feel like the videos I saw on the Magpul DVDs.
So for you, though, personally, what would you say? That
Entertainment?
Yeah.
Like f***ing 5.
You didn't really have that much fun?
No, I go to a match like twice a month, and I do that 6 times in each of those matches.
Entertainment value out of 10 for me was like an 8. I thought it was pretty fun. I go to a match like 4 times a month, and I still thought it was pretty fun.
Class.
It was pretty fun. I like to run around and shoot the gun, and this is
That's that.
literally the whole thing. So
Yeah, it should be called the T-Rex arms. Run around and shoot the gun.
drill. Yeah, great.
That's what we're gonna make the gun thoughts runner.
Right.
Don't steal it. Fuck you
Yep.
guys. That's our drill.
Lucas, you cannot have that name. It is ours. Convenience out of 10 for that one.
I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 for convenience.
Yeah.
It's the diagram sucks, and you read it. It looks super intimidating, but it's actually super easy. It's just like 3 targets, 5 yards apart, and then
4
4
sticks on the
positions,
ground. Yeah.
basically 5 and 10 yards apart. Super easy.
Well, they're like 10 yards. It's like a box that's 10 yards.
10 yards.
10 meters on each side.
Oh yeah, you do need a meter yardstick. So oh, dude.
Convenience, probably like a 5. Again, you have to have like a fairly flat, deceptively wide
a
or
bay
slash
at a
narrow,
range,
whatever
yeah.
the fuck. You just need a bay all to yourself, and the ability to measure things, and also have like target stands and stuff. So, but maybe 6. I'll give you 6.
I'm going to give the convenience like a 5 or a 6. Let's just decide right now. We're going to give it a 6 because it's 6 because you don't need as long of a space, but you need like a whole bay to yourself. That could either be like I don't know. Some of you guys could somehow like use the bay at an indoor range after it closes for this because it's not very big. Stop looking at him.
You could honestly do this
Look
at
at me.
a operating full-time indoor range if the RO is not paying attention.
That's true. You could go down there and run around.
You only get 1 or 2 chances, but you could do it.
This is another one that I'm going to say super beneficial to at least have like a camera set up filming you, because then you can watch it back and see how bad you blew the entries onto those positions.
Yeah.
And
Blow
then you
your
can
entry.
work on that later.
Learning value. Learning value for me is yet again an 8 out of 10.
Wow.
I think there was stuff.
He's got a f***ing crush on Lucas Botkin.
Yeah, dude. If you're ever single, hit me up. No, I think it's a good drill. I think it really focuses on movement, which is good. If you watch the video, I'm just shuffling through it. I am wearing 4 pairs of pants like a homeless person, but
true.
I also
He was pantsed up.
I was pantsed up, but it's something I do need to work on in matches. as
Yeah,
well.
which
So-
is wearing less pants.
Wearing less
That's what
pants.
it is.
wearing less pants. I think there's a couple different levels to it where you can work on easy movement stuff or more advanced footwork stuff where you're dragging your foot out of a position to maintain stability. I think it offers a lot of learning values, but the only thing I don't like is it's not a good diagnostic tool because there's so many different ways to do it.
I mean, it could be a good diagnostic tool. It's just like a really complicated one that's sort of hard
And
to
you
interpret.
would have to collect your own data in order to
Yeah.
to diagnose it.
You would definitely want to like have a video to watch back to diagnose.
So for me, I think the learning value is actually like fairly high, probably like an 8 or a 9, because it's very much something that you would see in practice for someone who is trying to work on movement in USPSA.
Or just any type of shooting, you know?
Well,
In
there
general.
is only one type of shooting. And
Oh,
it's
that's the
USPSA.
only you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only time you shoot on the move.
Yeah.
True.
Because you are moving in and out of positions. You're having to twist your torso, your trunk, if you will, and track targets that are open targets and still like try and figure out that like singular point of aim on the target. I think that like he just said, it could be a good diagnostic tool, but honestly, the fact that it doesn't have a high hit factor or
It
something,
doesn't really have any guidelines.
yeah, like
at
there's
all.
no metrics.
Yeah.
Like, how are you supposed to diagnose yourself if you don't know what good, like what 100% looks like? You can't figure out what to improve if you are the 100%.
Are you saying you are so good that you didn't?
Yeah, I'm going to
learn anything from
disagree
it?
with that. I think that you can actually figure out what to improve if you are still like your only reference point, because like, you know, there's always ways to shave time off of what you did or slightly improve the hits. It makes it less obvious that you did a bad job if you don't have anything to compare it against. But if you don't have anything to compare it against, I think you should just assume that you did a bad job and try to figure out how to not do a bad job in the future. Learning value out of 10 on this one for me is going to be, for me personally, I'd say it's like an 8. I would set this up and do it as practice.
Yeah, for sure.
The way that I tried to shoot it was I tried to like get that middle target partway through moving, and I saw that the hits definitely were less good when I did that. So that's something that I could work on personally. I think that you have to be pretty introspective about your shooting to be able to actually diagnose and see what you want to improve from this one. I'd say for shooters who have progressed beyond the printer paper drills, this one could be a good one for you. Final thoughts
Final thoughts.
on drilling. Drill, baby, drill.
Yeah, I agree. I think the national park system.
Yeah, I think drilling's good.
I think
We
the Grand Canyon should become a giant thing full of oil.
I don't really spend a lot of time shooting like these formal drills. I kind of just, I think about what I want to improve at, and then I make up stuff that works those skills. Yeah, so like if you don't do a lot of this kind of shooting, if you're not a guy who, you know, goes, shoots some matches locally or whatever, you don't test yourself in these ways, then these are really good for benchmarking your skills. They're a really good way to see what you need to work on and then go and do it. The problem is you have to be able to critically think about what you did and reflect on it and be like, how do I fix this? And I think that you guys are too stupid to do that.
All right, guys. My final thoughts on drills is that they're okay. I think they're cool. I think everybody likes to post on Instagram about how they're training. And I think everybody likes to be like, oh, I could shoot a dime out at 200 yards. But that's because they like to make shooting their identity and they like to think they're good at everything they do. This is not me, obviously. But
You are good at everything.
I'm good at everything I do, yes. And it's really tough to take your ego out of things sometimes and not make things your identity.
It's true.
And be okay being bad at things. And I think if that's not you, then I think drills are just sort of like a masturbatory exercise where you go and you're like, can I shoot the bear standards
Yeah,
this
you're
time?
gonna like the operator readiness test if that's,
Yeah, if that's you, you're gonna love the operator readiness test. If you already know you suck and you know you can become a good shooter, then I think you can use some of these drills to become a better shooter. So shockingly enough, drills can make you better.
I think that drills are a good way to test benchmarks, but I think that there's kind of a loss of understanding for newer,
Yes.
like new to mid-level shooters, myself included sometimes.
Don't call yourself mid.
I'm mid at best, dog. Oh God, it's busting for real. But for new to mid-level shooters, there can be a tendency to just do the drill to do the drill, and you kind of lose the forest for the trees, and the
Yes.
forest is what the actual shooting skills are. Being good at shooting is not being able to do the bear standards every single time. But recoil control and being able to throttle your speed from fast to acceptable accuracy is important. That's good shooting. It has nothing to do with if you are good at repeatedly doing that one drill. A good way that people could do these things, especially if they're limited right now to the indoor drills,
Yes.
is to go onto uspsa.org.
Is it?
.com.
Well, just Google USPSA
Yeah,
and find the
down-
website,
Whatever the f***ing extension is.
Yeah.
And you find local clubs near you, and you will find a match that you can go to, and someone will set up like 6 stages that are really similar to the T-Rex Arm Scrambler that you can do, and you can use that to benchmark where you are against yourself, and if you care to get your feelings hurt, against other good shooters who participate in the sport often.
Like him.
Like me.
And if you think about it, every USPSA stage is basically a drill. Like, you shoot it once cold, that is your one try, that is your cold performance, and it's basically just a really complex drill that you're trying to execute as well as possible.
And with the added element of that you have to figure out what that problem is with fairly short notice.
So speaking of that, one of the big benefits too is you find the best shooter there and you just annoy the absolute f*** out of them. You don't leave them alone. You just ask them for advice constantly.
You start a YouTube channel with them.
You make them big.
I had never done any of these before. I had a really good time personally. He is leaving with the dog, and that is really sad. But we must press on. Like with the drills, we cannot stop just because one thing went wrong. So yeah, if you are struggling to become better at shooting and you don't know where to begin, some of these drills are a great option. Like, they will expose flaws in your shooting, and then it's on you to work on that though. So like I said earlier, just doing the drill over and over again isn't necessarily the way to do that. You need to think about what are the skills that I'm lacking and how do I fix those? And that is the challenge for you.
And
Then what is next?
next up, click on another video on YouTube, load your brain up with more meaningless bullshit, and never go shoot drills.
But actually, before you do that, make sure that you go to patreon.com/gunthoughts and give us money for no reason.
Yep.
Also,
We give you the magic secret to shooting.
Also,
Like
yes,
that.
that is correct. I just communicated with him in his language, and I taught him the secrets of shooting. And if you give us some money on Patreon monthly, perhaps we will communicate with you in your language and give you the secrets of good shooting. But perhaps not.
But most likely not.
And what else do we have right now? Do we have anything else?
We probably still have some more merch that you guys are not buying.
Yeah, guys, there's a little bit of more merch in stock, so please buy that because, please buy it.
And then we're going to have some more merch coming out pretty soon.
Never again, because you guys didn't buy this one.
Yeah, I agree. Good point.
Yep, good point.
Good points.
So,
That's it.
Do you have anything else you want to say to them before we end the video?
Get gooder.
That's it? That's all you want to say to them? What
I-
the hell, dude? Are you serious? Say something nice.
Merry Christmas.
Okay. All right. See you later.
But you do have to put on a lot of clothes.
Yeah,
you
your
can't-
full assault kit.
But like the
That-
setup overall is like you put a marker at 7 yards and you staple up a target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that sort of like balances it out.
But
So
plate carriers are heavy.
Okay, so what is, you didn't wear one though.
What? You got that?
He's ready. He's operator ready.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's with Extra Alpha and Matt Pranka, and he's so cool, and I love his.
Really hard to do the drill.
And I really love his Tuesday podcast.
And I really wanted to pass, but then I failed.
So what is this one? Tell us about this one. Tell us about where we found it, who X-Ray Alpha is. Give us a little backstory here.
Well,
Paint us a picture. I'll do the sound effects. You do the talking.
we're gonna add a little tree here. He's your friend.
What the
Oh, Bob Ross?
What sound effect does a tree make?
Rustling?
Okay, you do the sound
okay.
effects. That's
So-
wind. That's not a tree.
Bang, 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 bang. Good job, good job, good job. Show me your hands. Stop sleeping.
Okay, tell us the story.
As all of you guys know, we're on Instagram. You are too, probably. Yep. And you love
Sluts. Thoughts. The big booty.
Instagram drama, especially in the gun world. Right.
You. No.
USPSA is bad. No,
No,
you're
I'm
bad.
doing
Oh,
the
sorry.
sound effects.
Sorry, I got carried
I
away.
thought I was
Damn
doing the
it.
sound effects.
We're both doing them.
I thought we were all doing the sound
No,
effects.
you are not doing the sound effects.
Okay, sorry.
Keep going.
There's a man.
What is in your mouth?
I stole a candy from his house. No.
Give-
Damn, dog.
All right, let's do a clip. Final thoughts?
I gotta piss my pants.
My final thoughts on drills are
My
that-
final thoughts.
Oh my god. I think if you're at an
Yes,
indoor range
I
and you see
liked-
somebody shooting the Bear standards, you should just f***ing drop a bunch of 9mm rounds into their printed paper.
What?
Yes.
Oh, I get it.
And the
okay.
wall.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Like if they're on one side of the indoor range shooting at 7
you're
yards
at
and
the
you're
other.
on the absolute opposite side, you should shoot at it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just give them a big old sideways. I also don't move around a lot with rifle. I don't go prone a ton with rifle, just because it's boring. Just like he said, mostly shoot at 7 yards and 200 yards.
But it was actually kind of fun when we did it though.
The ground
it was
smells
super fun.
gross.
Yeah, the ground is gross, dude.
Yeah.
Why would
Why
I
does he smell
lay
like
down on
shit?
the ground?
Because he's close to the ground. That's also why I smell bad.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
He does smell like really bad though. I don't want him in my lap anymore.
Ever get an Instagram phone call from X-Ray Alpha and then Ben Stoker comes on? You are.
Bro,
Let me just tell you that.
There's literally dog shit on my leg.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Is it from his butthole or
Yeah,
from his
it's from
paw?
his butthole.
He rubbed his butthole on you?
I think so.
Look at the butthole. See if there's poop on it.
I'm not looking at his butthole. You look at his butthole.
All right, show me the butthole.
All right. Explains why you smelled so bad earlier. Drilling.
Drills.
I think we hit it all.
shooting.
Like I feel like we've talked about if drills are training.
Let's talk about training for a second. What is
Yeah.
training?
What does effective training look like?
I don't know.
What are you training for, huh?
I don't
Yeah. Why do you need to train?
know. I don't know.
Huh?
Why do you need an AR-15?
Huh?
You tell me.
Cause it's my right.
It's my right.
It's now or never.
Look here, guys.
I ain't gonna be able to buy one of these forever.
The government doesn't give you rights. Gun Thoughts gives you rights.
That's true. Gun Thoughts does give you
agree.
rights
Yep.
We give you the right to do
to bear arms. Gun Thoughts gives you the right to bear arms.
Trademarked.
Yeah, trademarked and revocable at any time.
What does bear stand for?
Be
so the nasty-
always entering other men's butts.
Yeah.
Nailed it,
Well,
guys.
but
Babe.
how does R stand for entering butts.
Rear ends.
Yeah, nice, dude.
Yeah,
You got
Could have been like rectums.
it. Oh, fuck.
So yeah, what did you learn from doing the operator?
Dude, look at these juicy dudes.
It's like a loaf of bread.
Sourdough?
No, white.
Okay.
My answer is no. I think you're too bad. I think you're incapable of learning, and I think that you're incapable of introspection too. So maybe give
Definitely
up.
that part.
Give up at this point. Do the ORT, and post that on Instagram.